just for shits and giggles. I haven't flown the F-5 in a while and I'm feeling that itch. So if you look here over my gun sight, you're going to see the familiar head-on shape of a Su-27 flanker. So I'm going to see if I can get him. Speed brakes out. I think I got him. Brakes back in. Looked like a good kill to me. Below the hard deck still counts. Nothing else looks that good. Alright, so we're going to go for round 2 here. This time I'm going to let him squirm a little bit before I kill him, see if I can get a better fight out of him. Or maybe I'll just go in for the kill, I don't know. If I can make this a cleaner shot. He cannot escape. I need different opponents, I guess. Maybe I should crank up the AI a little bit. Let's try that and see what happens next time. Alright, same mission, same opponent, same everything, except that I cranked up the AI from good to high and increased our speed. So he has we're co-energy, but the flanker has an advantage in being able. Anyway, it's just a more capable aircraft. So let's get this going. Let's see how it works. He starts out with this like long, gentle right-hand turn. I mean, if he turned more aggressively, which he can, he'd have me cold. So it's just AI, I guess. Is he trying to force an overshoot? Nah. Oh. Looking much the same as it did last time. Alright. That's probably it for the day. I gotta create a better scenario than this, it's just too simple. So I actually flew 4 sorties before I posted this. I lost recording of the first one, but I do have the tac view of it, and then I lost the video. Anyway, don't worry about it. Just, this is kind of a mishmash of... This is my warm-up flight, which I didn't record. Let's speed it up just a tad. So this is good level AI, and I ended up taking a pot shot at him with my Sidewinder, but clearly that was a mistake because the aspect angle was just way too high for the missile to turn. It's good all aspect seeking capability, but that doesn't mean it can turn on a dime. That said, it's pretty nasty. Anyway, if you have read, boom, yes. Discover the pain of being gunned. And anyway, if you read what they call Shaw's Bible, Fighter Combat by Robert Shaw, you read about fighters like the F-5, where it's usually armed with 2 close-range missiles and gun, and the main weapon is actually the gun. And the purpose of the missile is to prevent escape. In practice, I don't know if that would be how it worked, but that's the concept. So it pays if you're flying the F-5 to really practice those, that BFM campaign, where it's all guns only scenarios against various AI aircraft flying various NATO fighters. Really good practice. Or you can set up your own scenario like this. But you can see the limitations of this engagement I've created. The AI is really not flying the flanker to its potential. I have kind of forced it into my domain by making it within visual range anyway. But look at that long, easy turn he made. Look, and I've done this kind of corkscrew maneuver, which pushed me squarely on his tail. I mean, he's not getting out of this. Short of slamming the throttle forward and accelerating away where I can't catch him. He's dead. I mean, I'm right in the pocket. He's toast. Assuming I can get my gun to line up correctly. Which is another thing. If you're going to be practicing in the F-5 or similar, F-86, B-51, what have you. Bam! Nice. It really pays off. I mean, all the best maneuvers in the world to get you on the bad guy's tail really don't mean a whole lot if your accuracy with the gun can't really seal the deal, so it does pay to get some guns practice in. Just shooting targets at various aspect angles and closure rates and stuff like that, just to kind of make sure when you get that firing opportunity, you don't waste it. See, I don't know what, I mean, if I were him and I went head on with a tiny ass little, dogfighting machine like an F-5 or something similar, MiG-21 even, I would just, I don't know, a zoom climb might have been a better move, but then he would be setting himself up to get pinged by my Sidewinders, so I don't know, maybe he's smarter than I'm giving him credit for. But look at this. That long, wide turn, like, wait, this is the same one. Let's go with this one. And he takes it into a dive. I mean, he has a thrust advantage. If we're guns only, he'd be well served by a zoom climb where I may not be able to catch him. Of course, we each have two heat seekers on these aircraft. That's what I loaded them with. So maybe he was thinking, don't zoom climb, he'll hit me with a Sidewinder, and he decided to dive instead. But that nullifies his thrust advantage. Check this out. Pause that. He does this, like, at the start of this turn right here. He does one turn per my two. He's really not... I think it's just stupid AI. If it was a human, it probably would have kicked my ass, but it wasn't. And as you can tell, I need the guns practice. So sometimes setting up an easy scenario where you know you can get in a good firing position is good, just so you can get that. So you don't get buck fever. So you don't get buck fever anytime you get something in your sights, panic and twitch. You'll be kind of cool, calm, and line up the shot, and make it as much as possible anyway. Of course, without taking all the fun out of it. Anyway, that's it. This is a very simple scenario. I did, this is not intended like... I don't want to present this as, hey, look at me kicking a flanker's ass. Because it was this is a totally fair fight within visual range. That's not what you get in practice. That flanker's going to be able to dictate whether the fight happens or not most of the time. But it also goes to show, if you can get a merge while flying the F-5, you've won half the battle.